What up? It's your boy Joe Solo back with another video. I just watched the first episode of Bel-Air and it was amazing. It is a dramatic retelling of the iconic comedy from the 90s starring Will Smith. Not only was the show iconic, but it used to get deadly serious on a lot of topics, such as drug issues, Will's absentee father. It talked about Will getting shot. I remember him and Carlton went to jail after they got pulled over for driving a nice car in a nice neighborhood. So there's plenty of a material that they could use to turn it into a drama series. But like I said, this was excellent, a great first start to the show. Now, the casting was excellent across the board. Everybody was casted really well. You know, the show was so great that it's kind of hard not to instantly compare everybody to the original actors. But like I said, I think they did very well with the casting. So I just want to go over the show right here. So I loved how the show opened in Philly. It's a love letter to Philly, you know, with the motorcycle riders, you know, popping wheelies and stuff like that, you know, cheesesteaks and stuff like that. Love that stuff. And here is when we meet Will himself. He was casted really well. You can already see that he has that swag and that great personality that draws people to him. He's on his way to playing D1 basketball in college, but as you all know, he gets into it with some gangsters, and his mom, very literally, after he gets out of jail, takes him straight to the airport to go to LA to live with his family. So he goes out to LA. He meets Jazz. That's the first person that he meets. Jazz is casted really well. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do. I can see him and Will get into some trouble, so I think that's gonna be cool. Jazz is really the first to tell him about LA, like look, there's a lot of things going on here. They're gonna try to make you forget who you are, things like that. So I think that'll be really cool. Jeffrey, we meet Jeffrey, and he's younger than the original actor. I would say that he's in his maybe like his mid 40s. He introduces himself as a house manager, not a butler, and I definitely wouldn't call him a butler at all. He had a real nice suit on. He was just a cool dude, you know, like maybe he came from the street before he became a house manager. So I think that was cool. And then we meet Aunt Viv. She is sort of the one that can instantly understand Will because they're both from Philly. You can tell that she understands what he's going through. So you already know she's going to keep it 100 with him. Now, like I said, everybody was casted really well, but honestly, I was excited to see Uncle Phil more than anyone because he was such an iconic character played by James Avery, rest in peace. And it was such an iconic father figure type character that kept it 100 with Will, you know. Will never had a dad, so he was really that great father figure. And honestly, he was a father figure to a lot of people just watching him on TV. You know what I mean? I mean, just like J. Cole said, first things first, R.I.P. Uncle Phil. For real. You know what I'm saying? So that's how great that character was, man. Then you have Hillary and Ashley. You know, Ashley's young. Hillary, she's already kind of got that ditzy thing going. You know, she likes the finer things. She's on YouTube trying to be a YouTuber. So I think that's pretty cool. Okay, now, I want to talk about Uncle Phil because, like I said, I was most excited to see him. When we meet him, he's running for state attorney, and it doesn't look like anybody knows why Will is out there, which I can understand that because you don't want that getting out, that you use your influence to get him out of jail. And I mean, that would just be a bad look. I mean, a state attorney that's using like preferential treatment on his family, stuff like that. So I do understand that. But what made me love Uncle Phil, like really on this first episode, is when after he and Jeffrey catch Will trying to sneak out of the house, he and Will have a serious conversation, and Will starts crying, and even in that moment, Uncle Phil is trying to tell him, he was like, look, a real man will make the best of second chances. A real man knows when to look another man in the eye when he's trying to tell him something. And in that moment, you could feel his presence, like as a man of integrity, as a man of principle, as a man of a respect. You know what I mean? He's being tough on Will in this moment, but he's also trying to teach him something. So I think Uncle Phil was greatly casted right there. I'm excited to see how that's gonna go. And then Will is being defiant when he's trying to teach him. He's like, I ain't got no daddy. What you talking to me like that for? That made me think of the episode about Will's father from the original. So, and you know, that was a powerful episode. And so I wonder what they're gonna do with that. Like, I think they're probably gonna have a episode for that down the line somewhere. So I'm very excited to see what they're gonna do with that. Now, Carlton was the last character to be revealed, and I think it was great to do that because, man, he was a freaking jerk. He was an asshole. Carlton was an asshole. He's rich and he knows it. He knows that he's sort of better than everybody. And Carlton was just like that on the original show, but now it's not so funny, is it? You know what I'm saying? And he's throwing shade at Will, like, yeah, maybe we'll talk about why you're really here. And then like he just knows he's a motherfucker. Like, I don't know, man. And then that part where he took Will to lacrosse practice, and Will is like, well, what am I supposed to do while you're at practice? He's like, well, you can do whatever you want as long as you don't embarrass the family. Like, what, motherfucker? Like, you know, like, just doing too much, man. But what really set Carlton off for everybody, I think, is when, after lacrosse practice was over, him and his teammates were listening to Hot Nigga by Bobby Shmurda. And his friends were just saying the N-word everywhere. Bro, I would have been mad too. I would have called that shit out too, bro. You don't let those dudes say that. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, they shouldn't be saying it in the first place. Second of all, they shouldn't be comfortable enough around you to even say that. So I would have called that shit out too, bro. That's not cool. And that really adds to the rift that Will and Carlton have, because they're just from two different worlds, man. Will is from the street, Carlton is not. So I'm just really, man, I'm just so excited for what's to come. So anyway, I'm going to end it right there. This was a great start to the show, and I'm very excited to see what's going to come. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will be back with more videos. So once again, thank you for watching. It's time.